Patriots. This is Chairman John Bennett, and I'm sad to report that many Marines and a Navy corpsman has lost their lives in Afghanistan today. I just want to send my condolences to their family and thank them for their enormous sacrifice. The loss of life is unnecessary, and it falls squarely on Joe Biden and his failing administration's shoulders. I have a message for Biden because no other politician is going to say it, so I'm just going to say it. Biden, you're a coward and incompetent. And so is everyone in your administration, every politician, every civilian, and every general that has influence in your administration that hasn't told you to stop being a useless politician and start being the commander-in-chief. The blood of U.S. Marines and other service members is on your hands, and something needs to be done now. You and those advising you who told you it's a good idea to work with the Taliban and to cower down in Afghanistan, all of you should be relieved of duty immediately. You failed us. And the truth is, a Marine Lance Corporal could have done a lot better job of retrograding out of Afghanistan than you've done. This is an utter disaster. The retreat from Afghanistan is our worst foreign policy disaster in a generation. As the Taliban marches into Kabul, they're murdering civilians, they're reimposing barbaric Islamic law, and preparing to turn Afghanistan back into a cesspool of Islamic terrorist organizations that will attack America. Have you already forgotten how thousands of innocent Americans were murdered on September the 11th, 2001 by Islamic terrorists? They conducted their planning in Afghanistan. Biden, you and your administration have failed us. And the families of those who have lost their lives for your blunders, you owe them everything. You've left Americans behind, and now they are hiding and frantically calling their loved ones trying to get out. And you've left them to die. Now, because of your blunders, United States Marines and a Navy corpsman have died. And none of this had to happen. This all lays on your shoulders and your administration's shoulders. Let me tell you something. Because I've actually been on the ground in Afghanistan, and I have fought this enemy, and I know them very well. The Taliban, Al-Qaeda, they are all the same, and they only want to kill Americans. They're commanded to do so by their God, Allah. They don't understand compliance or peace. They only understand force. America is the world's greatest superpower. I think it's about time that we start acting like it. So here's some advice for you. Why don't you send in a surge of Marines and let slip the dogs of war? Unchain our Marines and take the gloves off and let the ground commanders actually do their job. Quit being a politician and telling them what to do. That's not your job. Our troops can retake the airports in a short amount of time. Unfortunately, it may take more sacrifice and time than usual because you left the Taliban and Al-Qaeda our weapons. You left them air power. You left them up-armored vehicles and night vision goggles. But our troops, they can still get it done because they are warriors. They can take the airports back. They can push the safety perimeter and start screening, locating, and going on missions to retrieve our fellow Americans so they can be sent home safely. Give the troops the right rules of engagement, not your politically correct, well, let's comply with the Taliban because they're our friends' rules of engagement. We are at war, and they are our enemies, so stop working with them. And if any group, whether it be the Taliban or Al-Qaeda or any of our enemies, if any of them test us, how about you just let our troops kill every single enemy fighter out there? Because we are at war with an enemy that hates America and everything that we stand for. So stop cowering down to them. Stop trusting them and stop working with them. And how about you start just letting our warfighters do their job? If you want someone to take care of your blunder, give me a call. I'll take care of it. Or I can call a real patriot and friend, General Michael Flynn. I'm certain he can take care of it. Biden, you and your entire and useless national security team have failed to protect our troops and American citizens in Afghanistan. And right now, the Taliban are humiliating you and all of America. Our troops didn't lose this war. Biden, you and your politicians, you chose defeat. Instead of your generals turning our military into a test bed for the COVID vaccine or pushing the woke culture, how about they focus on warfighting? We never had to let the Taliban win, but now we are humiliated, and United States Marines and corpsmen have lost their lives because of your weakness. You and your decision makers should resign immediately. We need a real commander-in-chief, not a weak buffoon that has humiliated the world's greatest superpower and handed Afghanistan over to all the Islamic terrorists. If you think this won't cause another 9/11, you've lost your mind. To all my fellow warfighters out there, Spiritus Invictus. And for all the communist media that's out there that's supporting this buffoon that calls himself the Commander-in-Chief, I'm John Bennett, Chairman of the Oklahoma Republican Party. I'm a United States Marine, and I approve this message. God bless Oklahoma, and God bless America.